Oke, halo everybody, halo semuanya, halo. Selamat datang kembali. Sebentar, aku atur posisi chatnya dulu. Oke, jadi halo semuanya, halo, selamat datang, welcome back to my stream. Dan kali ini aku akan lanjutkan visual novel Vampire's Melody. So tonight I'm gonna be doing a visual novel which I haven't played in like a month or so. Yeah, I think it's about a month. Hang on. Wait a minute. I forgot my phone charger. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so dari time aku ngomongnya, I forgot. Anyway, tonight I'm gonna continue with this visual novel while I'm charging my phone, and I also have my tea and French fries ready. Yeah, so I'm gonna be chilling while reading. Continue, alert. Continue.
どうしたの?
Is it too loud? Okay, I think it's a bit too loud. Hang on. Okay, just update the setting in OBS. Yella opens her eyes slightly and murmurs into my ears. Nothing, you're so light.
当たり前よ。どこに行くの?
To the blood bank, it's not far.
血液センター? 血が買えるの?
Upon hearing the words blood bank, Yella suddenly becomes alert. Not yet, but once I sell my blood there, we'll have money to buy blood and bread.
血を売るの? あんたが?
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. Hang on. I think now the voice is not too loud. At least I hope so. Right, we can earn money more quickly than earlier. Just hold on a bit longer and we'll have enough to buy something to eat.
バカじゃないの? 血を売って、それをまたお金を払って買うなんて。それなら直接吸った方がいいじゃない。
That's correct. Didn't you say my blood has your scent? Sucking my blood is akin to sucking your own blood. Isn't that so?
私は気が沈みさえすれば食べなくても平気。あんたが食べる分だけ稼げばいいわ。
Is that really okay, huh? Are you worried that I could sell too much of my blood and die from it?
あんたの心配なんかしてないわ。バカなやつが勝手に自滅するのを心配してただけよ。
Okay, that's how sendiri. Yellowstone in her voice suddenly become frantic. Fine, I get it. Missy, just relax a bit. Don't get too carried away and die a sudden death.
あんたみたいにバカじゃないんだから。
But you are really a vampire of principle. I would certainly find any person at random and suck his or her blood to fill my stomach if I were a very hungry vampire. I was crazed with hunger and had even eaten the bones meant for a rich man's dog when I was a child at one time. Needless to say, I got a beating by them.
ほらね、人狼すら守れない。獣と同じじゃない。
When people are crazy with hunger, they are wild beasts. Yella didn't say anything further while on my back. Hang on, guys. It's very good. By the way, you really can't eat anything at all?
美味しいと言われる食べ物をいろいろ食べてみたけど、どれもただろうそくを噛んでるみたいで、無理して食べてもお腹は膨れないし、諦めたわ。
Oh, she just cannot eat human food, huh? Yella's words sound a bit sad. A vampire living among humans will probably be so lonely. Speaking of tasty food, jalapeno peppers are very spicy. They are so hot, it feels as if needles are pricking your tongue. If these peppers are cut into small pieces and put in a wrap, they can enhance the flavor and will keep anyone warm for an entire day when eaten for breakfast.
そんなこと言われたってわからないわよ。
Yeah, you're right. Although your tongue can't taste it, you can use your imagination and taste them with your brains.
何バカなの言ってんのよ。
Yella titters and continues to listen to me. Most people will also have a bit of milk wine to go along with it. The wine has a bittersweet flavor. It tastes a bit sweet when it reaches the tongue, and it'll turn bitter as it goes further inside the person's mouth, before imparting that sweet and milky flavor again once it goes down the throat. I carry Yella on my back and tell her about the various foods that I know. I don't know why I'm doing it. Perhaps that may relieve her loneliness. Thus, the two of us are going along the pavement under the shade provided by the roadside trees in the city. The blood bank is further than I expected. By the time we arrive there, the sun has already gone below the mountains in the west, producing an orange glow in the sky. That's so far, huh? How far was it? It's still in the same town, right? Sorry. Chewing ASMR. Are you feeling better? I allow Yella to get off my back and look at the place. Essex Art Pharmaceuticals Blood Bank. Is it Essex Art or Essex X Art? There's quite a crowd too. People are entering and leaving the blood bank through a small entrance from time to time, and most of them are young folks. This place is the work of the devil that old man mentioned. Although it looks rather clean, I'm still on tenterhooks. If the people inside find out that I'm a clueless person from ancient times and take advantage of that fact to collect my blood, what am I going to do? Just like those thugs from yesterday who tried to sell my kidneys.
どうしたの？
Yala seems to have noticed my apprehension and is asking me while tilting her head in confusion. How much have you recovered now? Wait, hang on, is the BGM too loud? Quick load, quick save. Here's the option. I was wondering if the BGM was a bit too loud.
悪くないけど、どうかした？
You used your powers to rescue me yesterday. Do you have it?
だから何よ。はっきり言いなさい。
Well, can you save me if I get into trouble?
何が起きるって言うのよ。
I'm just worried. If the people inside have unsavory motives like those thugs, I won't be able to escape by myself. Yala lapses into silence and thinks for a while after hearing my explanation.
怖いなら行かないで。別の方法を考えましょう。
Oh. I scratch my head. It is difficult to go on without anything to eat or drink for an entire day, and I think Yala isn't any better off. I should still go in.
はあ？まだ言ってるの？どうしてそんなに意見がコロコロ変わるのよ。
I have sorted it out. At most, we will die together. After all, we are also dead if we die of starvation.
ほんとバカね。行くわよ。
Yala strides towards the blood bank's door while saying it. Okay, let's go. I take a deep breath and follow her. This time, Yala pushes the glass door open without bumping into it. We enter the place and look around when we arrive before a reception counter. A woman in blue uniform nods upon seeing us and approaches us with a smile.
こんにちは。私はこの血液センターで看護師をしているエリナです。何かご用ですか？
Does she have the same animation as Yala? I'm not sure. For me, I like to sell my blood. The nurse smiles upon hearing my request.
優勝献血をなさりたい。
The nurse suddenly calls us to stop just when we're about to head there.
すみません。ご自身の血液型はご存知ですか？
Do we know? Do people in the past know their blood type, huh? Blood type? What is blood type? Blood type? What is blood type? I shake my head. Hang on. Let me try to refresh YouTube Studio because I probably have good connection back. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Hang on, wait a bit. Yeah, my connection is back now. I'm pretty sure. Eh,
では、まず ずは血液検査の手配をいたしますね。
Yes, that would be necessary. Oh. I nod and walk towards the indicated area. Will the people here find it suspicious if I'm so ignorant of things? I take a seat while shaking my head. Yella also sits down.
そんなことないわ。親切な人じゃない。あんたがボケーっとしててもあんなに根気よく笑顔で説明してくれて。
I imagine you like it when that happens, huh? Is that so? By the way, do you know what is blood type?
私が知る限り血液には4つの種類があるわ。
So she does know, huh? So she doesn't just eat blood or drink blood. She knows about blood types. Oh, you know?
当然よ。
Her lips curve upwards as she explains smugly.
甘いもの、酸っぱいもの、塩辛いものともっと塩辛いもの。
Nope, that's not it. Really? How come I have this impression that you're pulling my leg?
この私があんたを騙すですって？よくもまあそんなこと言えたわね。
Based on what you said, how are they going to determine the blood type? Don't tell me they're going to lick it. I begin to imagine the nurse breaking my skin with her fingernails and then using the tip of her tongue on me. It seems very good when I think about it.
ああ、だらしない顔して何考えてるのよ。
No, nothing. Yep, just a normal thing, not something weird. I quickly stop my fantasies, look down, and begin to fill the form. Why, Yella? What is that sound? Yella is making a strange sound all of a sudden, so I look up. What? You're drooling! Wipe it off, quick! She must have seen a lot of blood here. She wipes the edges of her lips, but saliva is still flowing out. What is that? I follow her gaze to see two nurses in similar blue attire talking to each other, and the trolley next to them has around a dozen packets of blood red liquid.
天国だわ。
No wonder Yella is salivating like me when I was thinking about plums earlier. Calm down. Those blood packs are this place's property now. You will create a lot of trouble if you simply take them to drink. I quickly extend my hands to restrain Yella while she is getting up. Then I look at her and shake my head. She looks at the blood packs before she sighs and sits down again.
さっさとしなさいよ。記入は終わったの？早く。
Okay. I wanted to feel it all along until you interrupted me.
もう一度言ったら口を縫い付けてやるから。
Yeah, okay. Yes. Eh? How do I use this pen? I can't find any ink around here either. I slid the pen across the paper a few times. Nothing is appearing on the form, except for a few pressure marks. I look around, yet I can't find an inkwell.
ちょっと見せて。
Yella grabs the pen, tinkers with the thing, and even slides it across the form in my hands. But she still can't write anything with it.
すみません。用紙の記入は終わりましたか？
That nurse from earlier has come over to ask for my form. I am terribly sorry. I don't know how to use this pen.
これはこうやって使うんですよ。はい、どうぞ。
The nurse takes my pen, presses the writing instrument's tail end, and returns it to me. This must be really hard for the author to write something that's usually normal for us, but not normal for the two protagonists. It's like explaining something that should not be explained, huh? Thank you. I'll fill up the form shortly.
はい、後でまた来ますね。
The nurse smiles at me again before going off. This thing is so amazing. I move the pen across a blank part of the form a few times, and blue streaks appear on the paper at once. This is even better than the quill pens I used previously because it doesn't even need an inkwell. The inkwell is inside the pen. Okay. Mm-hmm.
落書きしてないでさっさと書きなさいよ。
Right away. How difficult. This time, I can finally write something, but I realize the form has many words that are totally incomprehensible. Yes, no. What do all these mean?
月経中ですか？妊娠していますか？過去1年以内に流産の経験がありますか？
Ah, she doesn't have any problem with reading it. Wait, all of these are questions for women. Of course, the character wouldn't understand. Oh, what do they mean? Pregnant? I probably won't.
バカね。ここに女性は記入って書いてあるじゃない。あんたは女なの？
Yep, the character is a bit stupid. Wait, can he read even in his previous life, huh? I see. I don't know a lot of words.
いいから渡しなさい。
Yella snatches the pen and paper from me and starts to scribble on it. From her handwriting, she should be quite well educated. Don't tell me this vampirist truly is a rich girl from a noble family.
はい、終わったわ。
Okay. She can do it better than the main character. Yella smacks my face with the form after filling it. Oh, thank you.
記入できたら用紙はお預かりしますね。それでは私についてきてください。
That nurse happens to come here again. Okay. I quickly give her the form and go with her to a room.
まずは血液検査をいたしますね。
She places a few clear transparent tubes and bottles on a table as she walks me through the process.
袖をまくって腕を出してください。
Arm? The left arm or the right?
どちらでも構いませんよ。
I rest my right arm on the table. Then she ties my arm with a brown colored band, taps the surrounding part a few times, and a dark colored vein bulges. Will this hurt? I'm beginning to feel nervous after seeing my own vein.
刺さる時だけ少し痛いですけど、リラックスしていてください。
Next, she uses a cotton wool to apply a rather cooling liquid on my skin. Then she retrieves a tube from the transparent bag. One end of the tube has a long and sharp metallic needle. I won't die from this, right? I shiver involuntarily when I see that needle and tube. Yep, he's afraid of needles.
冗談がお上手なんですね。心配いりませんよ。
I'm so nervous my muscles have become tense, and I can't bring myself to observe the nurse in her work, so I have no choice but to look elsewhere. Where is Yella? The girl didn't follow me? I thought she promised to protect me. Damn, I actually believe this shaky vampire girl. So much for whatever bag. Ow! I'm still anxiously looking around for Yella when I suddenly feel something hot pierce my skin. I turn then reflex and see my crimson red blood flow across the tubing from the back of the needle into a round, long-necked, clear glass tube. My vision is getting blurry. Is my life being drawn away? Is this the end for me? I still haven't met anyone and opened my own restaurant.
はい、いいですよ。血が止まるまでこれで押さえておいてくださいね。
The nurse's sweet tone in her voice snaps me out of my daydream. She pulls out the needle in my arm and gives me a piece of cotton wool to press onto my wound. Done? I didn't die?
はい、すぐに結果が出ますので、それまでおくつろぎください。
The nurse takes the glass tube with my blood and leaves the room.
うわー、鋭い針だったわね。恐ろしくてビービー泣き出すかと思ったけど、よく我慢したわね。
Wait, where did she come from? Not long after the nurse left, Yella emerges from God knows where and studies my arm instantly. I'll just take it that you're consoling me. Where did you go just now?
あの人たちがどこに血を持っていくのか見に行ってたの。
Move the blood? What are you thinking?
ただ痛い思いをするなんて嫌でしょ。取られた血を2倍にして返してもらわなきゃ。
Yella licks her lips. She looks as if she's been hungry for 300 years and is about to attend a banquet at a French restaurant. No. You see, spare thought for me. Even if you want to do something shocking, please wait until I'm done here. I don't want anything to go wrong and end up with people drawing my blood until I'm dead. Then she swallows her saliva. You're actually still wanting this.
当然。夜まで待つわ。
Shh! The nurse is coming. The nurse enters the room when Yella is about to describe her nefarious plan and hurriedly indicate for her to be quiet.
結果が出ましたよ。
Oh. The nurse smiles at Yella, then she hands me a paper with many numbers on it. What is this?
申し訳ありませんが、基準値に満たない項目がありますので、献血はできません。
Blood count is insufficient? How come? Wait. So you can have less amount of blood than it is allowed to donate. Well, I think only if you're not healthy or something, like if you're sick or just had an operation, that would be a problem. But I don't know, maybe because she's from the past. I can. I really got pricked by a needle for nothing and even lost a tube of blood.
こちらは商品券です。これをロビーの窓口へお持ちいただければ水とパンがもらえますよ。
That's only for me, not for Yella. The nurse retrieves 2 small tickets from her pocket. Really? That's great! I glance at Yella. She's also looking at me and is licking her lips again. By the way...
どうなさいましたか？他にも何か。
I hesitated for a moment, but I decided to inquire for Yella, nevertheless. Could you tell me if I can exchange a piece of bread for a pack of blood? Or where can I redeem a blood pack? The nurse frowns and has a puzzled expression on her face. Whoosh.
輸血するわけでもないのに、血液パックを何に使うのですか？
I'm just curious and thought of asking.
ここの血液は病院や許可された研究機関のみに提供されています。血液の品質を維持するために保管と輸送にも専用の設備が必要ですので、個人には提供されていないんですよ。
Oh, I see. Got it. Thank you. I'm not in a disappointment.
大丈夫ですよ。私は他の業務があるのでこれで失礼しますが、しばらく休んで異常がなければそのままお帰りになって構いませんので。
The nurse smiles and nods at us in response. Then she packs up the instruments and goes away, leaving Yella and I alone in the room once more. What should we do now? It seems we can't get blood the normal way.
まずはパンをもらいに行きなさいよ。
What about you, huh? What about you then? Maybe I'm famished. My stomach growled upon hearing the word bread.
あんたの問題を解決するのが先。
She giggles and glances at my stomach. Is there something funny in my stomach, huh? I hope not.
お腹が膨れたら足手まといにはならないでしょ。
That's true. Sorry, I'm munching. Okay, I don't have any other options for now. But fine, I'm going to exchange for something to eat then.
いってらっしゃい。
Halo Bus, kamu mau ngapain? Hang on, my cat is here. Yeah, she's gonna accompany me streaming. Yala waves her hand, sits on a chair, and closes her eyes in meditation. Seems she's saving her energy for our next step. Bus, kamu lewat? Kamu di situ kah? Ya. Mau kemana kamu, Bus? Diam sini boleh kok ya, diam sini ya. Diam sini ya. I'll return shortly. I clutched the 2 food vouchers. Hey, bos, kamu tekan apa tadi? Upon handing the vouchers to the man inside the kiosk, he brings 2 loaves of bread, wrapped in wax paper from a shelf, and 2 colorless bottles with the words "pure drinking water" from a box below the counter over to me. Thank you very much. I hold the received items in my arms. The bread's aroma feels nostalgic as I recall that feeling when I used to harvest wheat in autumn. I can't help myself from wolfing down both loaves of bread and downing an entire bottle of water as I make my way back. Oh, cool! The loaves of bread aren't big. The loaves of bread aren't big, but they serve their intended purpose, and the taste is so-so. I consider them passable, and even better at filling a person's stomach. Now that I have solved my hunger problem, my mood is considerably better. I'm even humming a tune about my hometown. That is a wonderful path in the mountains. Yeah! I don't know how the song should be. Just when I'm about to return to the room when Yella is resting, I notice a nurse is pushing a trolley filled with blood bags along the corridor. I should take a look too. I act as if I'm going in the same direction as the nurse and follow her slowly. The nurse stops before a door at the end of the corridor. Then, she takes out a bunch of keys in her possession, selects a key, uses it on a keyhole at the door before opening it, and pushes the trolley inside. Looks like this is the place. Although I have no idea how Yella is going to get her hands on a blood bag, information about this place is very important, and I have more or less helped her to check on things. Bos, kamu mau ngapain? Salju, kucing, kamu pindah ke sini nggak? Let's hurry back to plan our next step. Bos, kamu tekan apa tadi? Ya, di situ aja ya, bos. Sambil nemenin aku kan bisa. Ring-galing. is that the tone, huh? I hum a little tune and return to the room.
豚の真似でもしてるの？
Yella is already up from her chair. Seems she's rested enough. This is a little ditty from my hometown. We would always sing whenever we prepare any food. Oh, is that the culture, huh? Singing when you prepare the food? That sounds pretty good.
あんたの歌はひどすぎるわ。で、その水は何？パンはもらえなかったの？
I have eaten them. This bottle is for you. A vampire might not be able to eat our food, but drinking water should be no problem.
愚朴かと思えば、なかなか役に立つじゃない。
Now you're calling me incompetent servant. She downs the entire bottle after receiving it. I guess she has also parched for a long time and has been relying on her saliva to keep going. By the way, I almost forgot. I also went to see where they store their blood bags, and I saw them bring those to that room at the end of the corridor.
やるじゃない。
Yella smiles slightly. and her fangs glint in such a way it will probably give anyone the creeps. What do you plan to do?
当然いくつかいただくつもりよ。
Kamu mau diambil. She's gonna steal some. How are you going to do it then? I saw that room was locked, and the nurse had the key. Yella shuts her eyes in deep thought, and a long strand of hair gently hangs down that unnaturally white cheek.
まずは看護師を始末して鍵を手に入れます。
She is such a pretty girl. What a shame she said something monstrous the minute she opened her mouth. She's quite likely to hurt a fellow human if she really goes ahead with a plan. Should I stop her when that time comes? Should I help or stop her when that time comes? But if we can't get any blood here, it will be hard for her to suppress the urge to suck an innocent person's blood, and it might even lead to more uncontrollable accidents. Perhaps she'd rather starve to death? If that happens, I will also turn into a heap of bones instantly. We are really in a difficult spot. I keep looking at her face while wild thoughts are swirling through my head, waiting for her to say something. Finally, she opens her eyes and meets my gaze. The mood between us feels a little awkward. Have you decided on it?
顔色が悪いわよ。まだお腹が空いてるの？
Is that so, huh? How do I look? No, I'm just worried.
安心なさい。看護師一人じゃ相手にならないわ。5秒で肩がつく。
Is that so? Will she die?
しないわよ。私は悪魔じゃない。ヴァンパイアよ。
Is that different? Isn't a vampire a kind of monster? What if we get spotted by others? There are people moving along the corridors outside.
もちろん今はダメ。人が減るのを見計らって行動するの。一旦外に出て様子を見ましょう。
Okay. Alright. Since I'm her partner in crime, I can only follow her instructions at this point.
見て、ここの営業時間は朝10時から夜8時までだそうよ。
Wow, they open until night? Oh, that's a long time. 8 hours a day. Oh, I'm eating. Yella points to a sign at the foyer.
つまり、遅くとも9時には誰もいなくなっているはずね。
But the nurse will also knock off work by then. But the nurses will also knock off work by then.
全員帰るわけないわ。泥棒に備えて残る人がいるはず。
And a vampire.
とにかく暗くなるまで待つわよ。
Alright. So, we hang around the waiting area in the foyer until the night sky envelops the city outside. It's 7:50 p.m. now. The blood bank would close in 10 minutes' time, and we have stopped attending to any new inquiries. Please leave the premises immediately. Oh, this is an announcement. Suddenly, a clear voice booms from all directions in the foyer, giving me a fright. And two men in black uniforms with buttons began to drive away the people around the lobby. They must be the blood bank security guards. Go, go, we're closing. Is that how you trade your cards, huh? Well, I know that they have to tell people to go home, but the people sitting or lying around in the foyer get up obediently and leave the blood bank one after another.
ここにはいられないわね。
Let's find a place to hide. Find a hide in the restroom, find a room to hide. Which one? Which one, huh? Let's do the classic hide in the restroom. Let's go to the restroom.
どこにあるの？
Fortunately, I checked out the place and spotted a restroom halfway along a corridor beyond the foyer when I went to collect my bread earlier. Follow me. I grab Yola's hand, avoid the security guard's line of sight, and hurry to the restroom. The toilets are also separated by two doorways. I go through the door on the left without thinking.
ここがトイレなの？もっと汚いかと思ってたわ。
No, modern toilets are very clean. Hang on, let me finish the fries now. I didn't expect the toilets here to be so clean either. The walls and floor in the restroom are surprisingly clean and shiny, and can pass as a mirror. It is completely different from the things I would normally associate it with this word. Maybe the guards come checking. Be quiet. Footsteps softly reach our ears from outside, without waiting for us to finish placing the toilets in this modern era. The cubicles are over there. Let's hide inside one of them.
そうね。
I enter the nearest cubicle. Yala quickly squeezes in with me, and I shut the door. But we're inside the same cubicle. Eh? What is this chair? That's a toilet!
私も初めて見るわ。まだピカピカじゃない。昔は貴族のトイレだってこんなに綺麗じゃなかったわ。
It's good that we live a better life than the nobles. We hardly have any place to stand with this thing blocking us. I want to shift this chair with my foot, but it doesn't budge. I think it is nailed to the floor. Since we have so little space, I have to lean both arms against the cubicle walls and squeeze Yella between both arms. Yala lowers her head and she's blushing. Maybe I'm too close to her.
髪を押さえてるわ。離れなさいよ。
I have no room. Hey, why don't you move to the side?
黙って。
Yala cuts me off, and I can hear two men's voices from outside. They sound as if they're talking at the restroom entrance. Soon afterwards, one of them steps inside, and his footsteps are getting closer. Yala is telling me to be quiet with her eyes. I get her drift and hold my breath. The footsteps finally stop somewhere very close to us. After that, the place becomes so quiet for a while that I can hear my heartbeat. Luckily, this silence, which is urging me to hold my breath, didn't last long. I hear some movement again in no time, followed by the sound of something metallic being turned and a running water. This is a very normal process. I breathe a sigh of relief. Yala is very calm in comparison, and her facial expression didn't change. That's an impressive vampire. If she can intimidate people as my master, she won't be frightened by others. The sound of running water stops. Next, I hear a set of tinkling noises, a hacking cough, and footsteps once again. It sounds as if that person is going out. Just when I'm about to celebrate this scary experience, the footsteps suddenly stop again. Will we get caught? I swallow my saliva. My body seems to be trembling involuntarily some time ago. I'm also breathing a bit rapidly. Yala seems to have noticed my panic state. She stares at me with her purple eyes, and there is willpower in that gaze. Maybe she wants to assure me that I don't need to panic when she is around. But right now, the sound of someone pushing a door open suddenly rings out one after another. They are getting closer, and that person is pushing our cubicle door in no time. Okay. Will we get caught? Who's there? My heart feels as if someone is pinching it. We are caught. I didn't expect Yala to get a fright by the security guard's yell. She crashes into my arm, producing a loud thump. But I have no time to think of that soft feeling. I am racking my brains on how to answer the guard's questioning. It's me. Dia dijawab. Anyway, I should think of a way to handle him. That noise from just now has given us away after all. Who are you? I'm just using the toilet. We're closed. You heard the announcement earlier. The restrooms are not open to the public after closing time. Come out quick. I'm not from outside. I'm one of the doctors here. I have a bad stomach ache and can't come out. Doctor? Tell me your name and employee number. Employee number? What employee number? My head is in a mess and I probably won't be able to bluff my way out, so I can only turn to Yala for help. Yala looks at me and glances at the door bolt. She seems to be wondering if we should open it. This is your final warning. Open the door. No tricks or else I will shoot. They have guns here. Shoot! We have no cover at all in this place. If he fires in our direction, we are dead. You know about guns, huh? Oh, wait, I look at Yella for confirmation. She seems to have calmed down this time and she nods. I take a deep breath, unlatch the door, and open it. Yella's expression changes. Miss Yella, you must show your true capabilities, please. My life is in your hands. I step out of the cubicle to see a towering security guard with a lot of creases on his face standing around 5 steps away, and he's pointing a finely crafted black handgun in our direction. How come a security guard at the medical facility have a gun, huh? How come? This isn't even the US. Although it looks like a tiny weapon, I believe that thing's power at 300 years later is definitely capable of punching a few holes into our bodies. What are you two doing here? The guard looks a bit shocked upon seeing us step out, and he has a mixed expression on his face. Actually, we just... As I stammer and look at Yella for help in explaining things, her eyes suddenly reveal that intention to kill. Bang! The air around me feels as if it's being ripped open by something, and I close my eyes instinctively from that violent air current. Good. Next, I can hear a muffled sound from the guard's throat, closely followed by a body crashing heavily on the floor. It's done. Mending baca Sukihime give biar tahu Lord Mighty Blood. Ya, pengennya gitu sih. Tapi kan sebelumnya udah stream ini dan belum tamat gitu. Jadi maunya paling nggak tamatin 1 root gitu. baru lanjut Sukihime. I reopen my eyes to see the guard down on the floor and Yella with blood-stained lips. Oh, what? It's done? I rub my eyes before checking on the scene in front of me again. It's a bit hard to believe. How much time had elapsed since I closed and opened my eyes? 5 seconds? You're really... of a vampire. I notice my voice is quivering, but my tongue is shaking uncontrollably, and I can't utter that last word clearly. He's dead? I point at the security guard on the floor. Given his size, 5 Leylands might not be able to overpower him, yet Yella actually could send him lying down motionless on the cold hard floor in a few seconds. So he's just anemia. Yella indicates the size of a blood pack with her hands as she describes it to me. I see. He'll still wake up then. Yes. I knelt down beside the security guard and searched his pockets. Yella seems to be thinking wistfully. This is a wallet? I retrieve a small black purse from the guard's shirt pocket. It is well made of leather, containing several paper notes and cards. People of this age are really discerning. I shook the wallet to feel its design before I keep it inside my trouser pocket.
そうだ。きっとこいつも鍵を持ってるわ。探してみて。
Yes. I find a bunch of keys from the guard's leather belt in no time. Every key looks rather similar, and it might take quite a while to try all of them. Alright, let's go. I waved a bunch of keys at Yella.
でかしたわ。さあ、食料を手に入れるわよ。
Yella strides excitedly, and I follow her with the keys. Right, it's this place. We arrive in front of the door that I passed earlier, and it has a sign. What does it say?
血液保管庫。
Ah, looks like we've come to the right place.
このプレートがなくても間違いないわ。もう甘い香りがしてるもの。
Yep, vampire she is. You have a keen sense of smell. You have a keen sense of smell.
無駄口叩いてないで早く開けなさいよ。どれだけレディーを待たせれば気が済むの？
Those things don't have legs, won't run off by themselves anyway. Do you have to be so excited about it? I take out a bunch of keys and attempt to open the door with a key. The lock mechanisms in this era appear more or less similar to those earlier types that I've seen. Although I can insert every key into the keyhole, only one will unlock the door.
何回やってるのよ。まだ開かないの？
How should I know? The lock and key are complementary. You can't expect anyone to simply insert a key at random and unlock it.
あんたは運が悪いから最後の1分まで開かないんじゃないかしら。
Hands up! Turn around slowly! A voice suddenly booms out from behind while I'm trying each key. This unexpected shout startles me and I drop the bunch of keys. The voice came from two security guards behind us. They are standing at both sides of the corridor while pointing their guns at us, fully alert. Don't shoot! I hardly raise my hands, turn and whisper to Yella at the same time. Wanna fight? Yella shakes her head. Maybe at this distance, she won't be able to reach those guards before they can shoot. Who are you? What are you two doing here? The guards don't have a VA. Kinda surprising since the nurse had one. The guard's tone sounds very serious, as if they're going to carry out their policy. We are lost. Anyway, I should think of something off the top of my head to stall for time. Lost? Nonsense. It's true. Don't move. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. You have made an illegal entry. We will be calling the police to deal with it. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you like to them. One of the two guards keeps his distance and continues to point his gun at us, and the other guard holsters his weapon and walks towards us. Turn around. Don't try any tricks on us. Turn around. Don't try any tricks on us. The guard comes to my side and takes out a pair of metallic rings. It looks like a well-designed set of handcuffs. Yes, yes. I breathe a sigh of relief. Although they are intimidating, they don't have this shoot first and ask questions later policy. Looks like society has really progressed in this age. Did they do that in the past, huh? Did they do that in your time, Ray? You must know that if an ordinary person like me were caught for trespassing in someone's state during my time, I would surely be beaten to death, and they wouldn't listen to any explanation at all. Just when I'm about to allow them to arrest me without any resistance, Yala suddenly raises her leg and lashes out at the guard from one side. Her kick sends that guard flying, arcing through the air like a sack of potatoes until he crashes heavily against the wall at one side. Don't move, I'm going to shoot! Upon hearing the guard shout that he's going to shoot, I panic, cover my head, and kneel down in reflex. Immediately afterwards, I detect a gust of wind, followed by the sound of someone's small leather shoes on the ground and wall, deafening gunshots, and bullets hitting the wall. Monster! Ah! Ah! But everything becomes quiet again after all those chaotic noises and the gust screams. I open my eyes slightly to take a peek. Yala has somehow managed to reach the back of that guard further away, and she's biting his neck while he's down on the floor. Damn you! That guard who was sent flying seems to have recovered. He's struggling to his feet with one hand on the wall for support and reaching for his gun with the other hand. Yala, watch out! I shout Yala's name. She turns round upon hearing me call her, and those purple eyes light up. But it seems I'm too late. The guard has already drawn his weapon and is aiming at her. Yang mana? Quickly tackle the guard. If Yala dies, I will definitely meet a similar fate. Ah! I grit my teeth and yell to encourage myself as I pounce on that guard. But my size is too small compared to him. My charge can only send him staggering by a few steps. Yeah! And then he turns around to deliver a heavy punch. My right ear has a loud popping sound and I'm seeing stars. Bastard! He unleashes a flurry of kicks at my stomach without waiting for me. This time, it's my turn to go down like a sack of potatoes. I'm huddled up in pain, I can't move, and my vision is getting blurry. Everything suddenly becomes quiet, as if that fight earlier didn't happen at all. I press myself against the cold flooring and feel strangely relieved. Now I hear footfalls from someone in tiny leather shoes coming over slowly.
いつまで寝てるつもり?
That person kicks me lightly. Yella. Her prodding snaps me back to reality.
起きなさい.
Ow! I stagger up while clutching my stomach. Yella is unhurt in front of me, and the guard is down on the floor behind her. I wonder how she could knock down such a huge man.
何無茶してんのよ.
She kicks me again. No, you were quite far at that time, and I was afraid you wouldn't be able to respond in time. I rub my smarting cheeks.
バカ. 手間かけさせないでよ.
She pouts. Is she angry? What is there to be angry about? I'm the one who got a beating. Yes, I will run away at the first opportunity next time.
私を置いて逃げるですって。ほんと学ばないしもべね。
Well, what do you expect me to do otherwise?
ただ突っ立ってればいいのよ。いい踊りになるわ。
Then I'd rather take a beating.
バーカ。
She bends down to pick up the bunch of keys on the floor. Then she throws it to me.
続けなさいよ。
Fine, fine. I rub my face and resume my attempts to unlock the door. Phew, it's finally unlocked. Yella? I finally opened the door with the last key, but I don't see Yella when I turn around. Where did she go? It can't be a trap.
ねえ、これ。
Huh? Where did you come from?
あっち向きなさい。
Yella seems to be carrying a glass bottle and a piece of cotton wool similar to that kind the nurse used earlier. What are you doing? Yeah, ow, 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 ow. Yella dips the cotton wool into the bottle of liquid and applies it on my face. That stinging sensation on my face suddenly hurts even more.
我慢しなさい。どうしてそうすぐにわめくのよ。
Oh. Although it hurts a lot at first, I feel cooling soon afterwards, and that burning sensation gradually fades away. Hang on, let me quick save. Okay, just in case something bad happens when I'm playing the game. What is that? It's so marvelous.
ここの看護師が針を刺す前、痛みを和らげるみたいにこれを塗ってるのを見たのよ。どこに置いてあるかちゃんと覚えてたの。
Oh, Missy, you are really prepared for all eventualities this time. What do you mean this time, huh? I raise a thumb and exchange a fist bump with her.
黙って早く私の食料取ってきなさい。
We open the door and go in. Even though the lights in the room are off, the cupboards full of blood packs are glowing.
まさに天国だわ。
She's happy. Dia seneng banget. Yalla's two eyes are sparkling, and her voice sounds as if it lacks any rational thought. A monster would also like to be in heaven? I would have thought this place is rather sadistic and alarming, if not for her uninhibited laughter and mood. After all, I am seeing packets of human blood everywhere.
早く全部持っていきましょう。
How am I going to pack all of them? I'll need to find something to contain them first. I rely on the dim red illumination to look around the place and find a cloth bag with straps hanging on the wall. You can only use this to pack them, and it can only hold around a dozen at most. I take the backpack and indicate the size to Yella.
私が選ぶからあんたが入れなさい。
Dissatisfied, Yella opens the cupboard, grabs a blood pack, throws it at me, and I catch the packet before placing it inside my knapsack.
これは甘いわね。こっちは酸っぱいわ。
Did you taste the blood before packing it? She's drinking from those packs while I'm packing them.
時代の進歩も悪いことばかりじゃないわね。こうすれば苦労して人を襲わなくても飲み放題だもの。あんたもでかしたわよ、しもべ。
We just attacked the gods if you forgot about it. You still dare say you don't attack people? And since I've done well, how come I'm still a servant? I can't get a promotion?
当然無理や。
Yala tosses another packet, and I force it inside my knapsack after a lot of effort. The backpack is crammed full of blood packs, and I won't be able to put anything else inside. Stop picking, it's full.
はあ、十数パックは入るって言ったじゃない。
You have given me more than 20 of them.
これは
Yala thinks deeply as she looks at the dazzling collection of blood packs with a rich variety of flavors around the place. We should hurry out of here, otherwise more gods may come.
そうね。
She sighs like a king who is close to his death and regrets his inability to bring all of his palace treasures with him into his mausoleum. Okay, let's go. I strap the knapsack on my back. Since it is filled with too many blood packs, it can't fit my back and the jerky movements feel unsettling.
さようなら、私の天国。
Yala takes one last look at the glass cupboards full of blood packs that she ransacked herself. Then she reluctantly turns around and steps out of the place. I also follow her out of the blood depository while carrying the backpack. We didn't leave through the front door because we want to avoid any pursuit by the security guards. We find a window at one side and climb out instead. Oh, complete chapter 2. So that was chapter 2. Hang on. Can I see something like flow chart? So there are several choices we can make. This one doesn't have a fight with the god. Maybe we should go to this spot, huh? Oh, you have this. Okay, so the last one I thought I called the god. If we choose one of these, there's one more event over here. From this, there are several more options we can choose, huh? Hey, go back. After we leave the blood bank, I follow Yala to the main road with a knapsack on my back as it sways from side to side. The streets at night are considerably more deserted compared to daytime. Yala is swinging her arms freely. Based on her jaunty gait accompanying those upper body movements, she seems to be in a very good mood. We almost lost our lives tonight. To think you can even hum a tune. Yala becomes quiet immediately and turns around a full 180 degrees to stare straight at me. I'm warning you, don't kick me. If all these blood packs drop to the ground by accident, you will have nothing to drink.
興ざめだわ。そ そもどうして死にかけたのか考えてみなさいよ。
Yella is looking at me with contempt. Isn't that because I wanted to get all these for you? Otherwise, I would be quite happy with the free bread that the nurse gave to me.
この恩知らず。あの看護師が24時間あんたを守ってくれるわけ？あんたのその酸っぱい体臭に耐えながらね。
You have a point. Hang on. I have body odor. I lift my arm to sniff at it. You despicable vampire. I'm gagging at this smell.
はあ？主人のせいにする気？愚木にはしつけが足りないみたいね。
Before she finishes, I can tell that a heavy punch is being directed straight at my chest, carrying the wind with it. Oh wait, if you beat me to death, you will have no one to carry all these blood bags for you. So I just received the wind blowing at me. Yella's fist stopped in front of my chest. Thank you for your mercy, Missy.
あんたとやり合うのは面倒だわ。
Okay. So, now that you mention it, how I wish I could take a bath. Yeah, he hasn't taken a bath.
奇遇ね。私もよ。
Oh, you too. At present, a few cars with flashing red and blue lights are screaming loudly as they pass us. They don't know that it's a police. What is written on them? I never saw this type of cars before. They have special colors and several big letters written at the side.
警察じゃないかしら？
Yella turns her head sideways and looks on nonchalantly at the car speeding past. They seem to be heading towards the blood bank.
どうして？
Are they going to arrest us?
怖いの？
I am. Then I tell her the reason.
育児なし。
It's natural. I'm a law-abiding citizen and have never tangled with the police until tonight.
情けないわね。少しはご主人様に学びなさい。
I'm not an invincible vampire. Yella glares at me and elbows me. Maybe we should find a place to rest and hide for a while. Will be too obvious if we wander aimlessly along the streets.
バカね。さっきから探してるのがわからないの？
Ah. I see. You're searching? So that's what she's been doing.
300年前は多くの都市に旅人や商人が宿泊するための施設があったわ。今も同じはず。
Well, they do have inns. I'm not sure about merchant caravans. I never stayed in any of those before. I would need money to stay there.
お金ならあるでしょ？警備員からいただいたじゃない。
You're right. I retrieve the wallet from my pocket and count the money inside. 10, 20, 30.
90。
Yella gives an answer while I'm counting each note. That's fast. You're clever too.
どういうこと？私があんたと同列だって言いたいの？
Yes. I thought you're only stronger and faster than me.
もういいわ。これだけあれば泊まれるでしょ？
Yella wanted to say something at first, but she still talked about our immediate problem after all.
あの看板、宿泊施設じゃないかしら。
Ah, let's hurry there. We can finally bathe. We entered that hotel, Yella pointed out. The entire lobby only has 2 chairs and a very small reception counter. A middle-aged man is seated quietly behind the counter and seems indifferent to our presence. He is preoccupied with a colorful book in his hands, and that book seems to have pictures of many beautiful women. This person should be the hotel's manager. Hello, may I know how much is a room for one night? 150 for a king room, 100 for a twin room, and 80 for a single room. The manager answers without looking up. Do they have a place where I can bathe? King room and twin rooms have their own bathrooms. Single rooms don't have those. What should we do? We can't bathe. It's so expensive. We only have enough money to stay in a single room at most. I have no choice but to look at Yella to ask for her opinion. She pinches me. Why? Why do you pinch me?
Twin room にしておきなさい。たった10元足りないだけだもの。2日もあれば返せるわ。
The manager lifts his head to look at me upon hearing our discussion. You notice Yella is behind me, and he has a puzzled expression on his face. Well, are you done with your discussion? Yes. Which one would you like? We like a twin room. Okay, let me see your identification first. Identification? Country bumpkin. He clicks his tongue impatiently. Driving license, social security card, passport, any of these will do. He's simply spouting nonsensical things like an elderly barber. I can't understand him at all. Identification, driving license, security card, social security card. What are these? Yella shakes her head. She doesn't know either. Yeah, I'm sure they don't have that for vampires even 200 years ago. Anyway, you need them, right? The manager can't be bothered to say anything. He just nods quietly. We forgot to bring. I cannot actually say that I ask where to obtain them. That's gonna be so stupid. We forgot to bring. You see, we left in a hurry today and didn't have time to bring them with us. I blatantly make up a lie and even pat my chest. We can't get them now. Please allow us to stay here for one night. If you really need one, I'll get it for you when I wake up tomorrow morning. Oh. The manager looks at me quietly. Then he comes over to size Yella and I up a few times. Finally, he asks in a low voice, have you really forgotten to bring them with you? Or you don't have one at all? What should I do? I'm a little nervous. I have to look at Yella again. She winks at me. What does that mean? Don't tell me I have to maintain my story. Fine, I'll follow her instructions. So I clear my throat. We really forgot to bring them with us. The manager didn't say anything. He takes a file from the counter and starts to grind his fingernails. Look, it's so late at night. Our home is quite far away, and we can't possibly go back at this hour. Could you make an exception and allow us to stay for one night, please? Huh. The manager sneers lightly at us. He gently blows on his fingernails and begins to file his right thumbnail. We have money, but we made a mistake today, so we can pay a bit more. I will bring that whatever identification here tomorrow. Look, how does 120 sound? Wait, do you have that much money, Raylan, huh?
ちょっと、なんでそんなに一気に上げるのよ。
Yella pokes at my ribs and whispers those words into my ear. That's true. Upon thinking further, I realize she's right and I shouldn't offer such a large amount on the first go. So I continue with my bid. 101. Upon hearing my offer, Yella's eyes pop wide open as if she wants to say something. But it seems she's at a loss for words and she just closes her mouth. Despite the higher amount I'm offering, the manager doesn't seem to be interested. He also becomes impatient. Identification. A valid identification. Why are you repeating it 3 times? Show it to me. 110? You don't understand what people are saying? The manager chucks his file on the counter, adjusts his neck which produces cracking noises, then gets up as he smacks the desk. There's no need for this. We're talking about a deal here. How about this? 115. Hey, you don't understand what people are saying, young man.
こいつは何も分かっちゃいないわ。私に話してちょうだい。
Huh. Girls shouldn't interrupt. Hey, she's cleverer than me, okay?
なんですって？
Those words appear to have hit a raw nerve. Her muscles contract and she's staring at the man behind the counter. This is definitely the prelude to an attack. Get out if you don't have any identification. I don't entertain people without identities.
あんたなんかにこの私のことが分かってたまるもんですか。
Simmer down. We'll look for another place elsewhere. I'll sleep on the corridor, okay? I quickly pull Yella when I see the two of them stare daggers at each other because I know Yella's power and temper. If the situation worsens, the manager will definitely meet an unpleasant fate, such that he may even lose his life, and will probably have to remain being on the run again. I'm going to call the police if you continue to hang around. Don't call the police. We'll leave.
私はここに泊まるわ。
She's so persistent. Yella is furious, as expected. Huh. Can you? The manager has scorn written all over his face and is looking down on her entirely. Calm down, lady. I hardly grab her arm to pull her away, but she pushes my hand away in no time.
見せてあげるわ。
Show what? Before I can pull her again, she smashes her hand against the counter, and the entire thing is broken into two halves cleanly in a flash, like a walnut that has been sun for a year.
もう一度言ってごらんなさいよ。
The manager is completely surprised by the deafening sound and impactful scene laid out in front of him. He's stunned at first, but after a moment's hesitation, he withdraws through a door at one side, trembling with fear and slamming his hand on a button near the door before hiding inside.
出てきなさい。
This lady is scary. Yella goes after him, kicks that door open, and is about to go inside when a deafening noise suddenly rings out. Oops, this is problem. Oh no, isn't that the noise from the police cars with the flashing lights? Run, hurry! He's called the police!
いやよ、あいつをぶん殴ってやるんだから。
No, the police will arrive soon.
それなら全員ボコボコにするだけよ。
Okay, she's persistent. Calm down. Oh no. I notice a car with flashing lights has stopped outside from the corner of my eye while I'm trying to pursue it. Yella. The police are here. Yella finally returns to herself and looks at that police car outside when she heard me call out in alarm. Run! While they still haven't left their car. I grab Yella's hand while she's still rooted to the spot, rush out of the hotel, and we flee while the police haven't stepped out of their car. However, we are still a bit slow. A strong, steely man's voice soon booms out from behind. Freeze! Hands up! What should I do? Is this really where? The other forgot to bring gives me this kind of situation. If I just ask about that, it will suddenly go to this place. Huh. Maybe I chose wrong. What should I do? Either we keep running. Maybe if we stop, Yella can fight back. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I quickly raise my hands. Stand there. Don't move and I won't shoot. Upon hearing the police officer's promise, I heave a sigh of relief and glance at Yella. Eh? Where did she go? Halt! The policeman suddenly shouted, followed by a series of gunshots from behind. I quickly cover my head and lie prone on the ground. Bullets are hitting the pavement around me, sending quite a few small fragments flying around. That was dangerous.
いつまで死んだふりしてるつもり？早く来なさい。
You would even dare to attack the police? This time, the policeman who pursued us has met the same fate as the security guards from earlier and is down. Since I've experienced it, I'm a bit used to it.
今 今はお腹も空いてないし、何人来たって私の敵じゃないわ。
Yeah, maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. Maybe she can take down an entire police squad, which is scary. True to her words, the police officer is further away from us than the security guards from earlier, but she can still reach and incapacitate him. Looks like a well-fed vampire's power is simply unimaginable for ordinary people.
早く来て。何があるか見るわよ。
Okay, let's do this again. Okay. Yella is calling me to join her in searching the police car as she climbs inside the vehicle, which is still flashing its lights.
ほら、いいものがあったわ。
Yella hands me a stack of cards when I reach the side of the car. These cards have a lot of printed words and a person's face drawn on them. Credit cards, huh? What are these?
書いてあるでしょ。運転免許証。
Ah, these are the identification that manager mentioned.
そうよ。簡単に手に入ったよね。
It's not your driving license, but they don't know. Yella climbs out of the car after saying it. You're done?
ええ。それ以外は書類ばっかりで、めぼしいものはないわ。
Let's go.
待って。さっきの主人を懲らしめてやらないと。
You're so at it. Don't. We still have a policeman lying down here, and other police officers will arrive soon. I don't have that kind of luck to dodge so many bullets. Yella glances at that smashed reception counter inside the hotel, and her lips curve downwards. Seems she has come to her senses.
まあいいわ。命拾いしたわね。行きましょう。
Family restaurant. After wandering aimlessly, we arrive at a 24-hour restaurant offering pasta all day and stop to rest inside.
ご注文のトマトパスタ、フィッシュフライ、パイナップルピザでございます。他にご注文はございませんか？
By the way, do you serve any drinks here? Do you have Holland root juice?
申し訳ございませんが、そのようなメニューはございません。
It can't be. Don't people drink those in the past? They could relieve fatigue. People around my time loved to bring a flask of Holland root juice with them to relieve their weariness whenever they needed to do anything physically demanding.
お疲れなのでしたら、ブラックコーヒーはいかがでしょうか？
Coffee? I look at the listed price for coffee on the menu. It is simply daylight robbery. Never mind. I like to have a glass of water.
かしこまりました。では、全部で22元でございます。現金になさいますか？それともカードでお支払いでしょうか？
She must be expecting me to pay in advance. The restaurants in this era are so calculating. Can they allow patrons to finish their meal before setting their bill? Nope. I take out the wallet and hand her 3 notes with the number 10 printed on them.
少々お待ちくださいませ。
The waitress goes away afterwards. I sniff the aromatic fried fish. The fish that is cooked in fragrant sizzling hot oil smells so wonderful. And the fish looks so shiny, I can tell it would be very tender and delicious. In addition, the red tomato sauce, parsley leaves, and golden-colored pasta strands complement each other well, enhancing the flavor in the pasta's sweet and sour taste. I'm a bit curious at this pineapple pizza though. I'm surprised that it is really a pizza with pineapple scattered on top. What is this thing? Is it used to humiliate an actual pizza? How should I put it? Things have really improved a lot since my time. At least they look good. Would you like to try some?
結構よ。これだけ頼めばもう飢え死にはしないでしょうね。
Yella narrows her eyes. I'm a chef after all, and will need to know the dishes people eat in this era.
いいわ。ゆっくり食べなさい。
I'm going to help myself then. I begin to eat in huge mouthfuls. I'm finally having a proper meal for the first time over these 2 days, and I can't help shedding tears over it.
食べる時も泣くの？ほんと弱虫なんだから。黙って。口に物を入れながら喋らないでよ。あんたにぴったりな身分証がないか見てみるわ。
Suitable identification. Yella begins to flip through the stack of driving licenses she obtained from the police car.
この人すっごくブサイクよ。
She shows her driver's license to me while saying it.
ダメ。喋らないで。
I nod.
あら？これなんてあんたに似てるんじゃない？
Yella takes out a license to show it to me when she's halfway through the stack, and I quickly swallow the food in my mouth. I can't see my appearance though. How do I look? Yeah, how do you look? There's a review, huh? Stop under his hands. Yep, it goes the same way. So when we retry this game, we can just use this flowchart to know which part we haven't tried.
これにしましょう。どっちも同じような間抜け面だもの。
Same silly features. I'm very handsome, okay? I see. You mean I look very charming to you? You flatter me. You flatter me.
うぬぼれないで。誰もそうは言ってないでしょ。あんたたちが単純に似てるってだけ。そうだ。この人はジョン・アッシュっていうらしいわ。これからはそう呼ぶわね。ジョン、なんだか運命的じゃない？
No, I certainly won't change my name. Mr. Cook decided on it for me.
はいはい。なんでもいいわ。ただ、誰かに身分証を見せるときは、ちゃんと自分のことをジョンって言いなさいよ。わかった？
I get it. Yella continues to look through the rest of the driving licenses after taking out John's license. She must be finding a suitable one for herself. Does she know how she looks though? I bring a slice of pizza into my mouth, shifting my gaze away from Yella. It just so happens that a black box hanging on the wall at one side of the restaurant is a picture of a person that seems to be moving and can't even speak. That's a TV. It is so surprising that I nearly choke on my pizza slice. I quickly drink a mouthful of water to calm down.
何焦ってるのよ。誰もあんたのを取ったりしないでしょ。
No, do you know how that thing can possibly contain a person inside? I pointed at black box.
知らないわよ。どうせこの時代のものでしょ。他には誰も反応してないし、大騒ぎするだけ無駄。
Yella just gives the thing a passing glance before she returns to the stack of driving licenses. Right. I have to get used to it. I decide to look a little longer and get used to it. The person in that box seems to be talking about us right now.
なんですって？
Yella puts her stack of licenses down on the table and looks at the black box. This evening at 8:15 p.m., unidentified suspects broke into a 6X Art Pharmaceuticals blood bank at 277 Garden Street. The suspects injured 3 security personnel and stole blood from the depository worth around... Is that right?
そうね。こんなに早く。
The 3 security personnel have been sent to a hospital for observation, and they are in stable condition, but they claim they could not remember anything at that time, as if they had developed short-term memory loss. Investigators believe this could be the work of a local cult order of fresh blood. The police would like to remind everyone to be careful when out at night and avoid cults. This is today's breaking news. Next, we have speech by President Hobbs for our military operations overseas. A fresh wave of airstrikes. When the report on us ended, I shift my attention away from the box, which has a man with the blonde hair appear at the back. You can even make people lose their memories when you suck their blood.
ええ。そうしたくてしてるわけじゃないけどね。
I see, it's because they lose their blood that they have some kind of memory disorder, huh? They have a memory problem. It's so convenient. Oh, I see. You didn't suck my blood because you were afraid I would forget about you. Is that right?
はあ？バカなこと言わないで。あんた程度のしもべなんていくらでも代わりはいるわ。
Yella turns away in a huff. Hang on, let me see the flowchart. We should be around here. So even chapter 3 is about to end, I think. Let's go a little bit more before I end my stream. I didn't know you're a lady who's afraid of being lonely. That's so cute.
次行ったらこのテーブルにあるもの全部あんたにぶちまけてやるわ。
But don't waste all these good food. I hate to see them get ruined. I'll shut up.
黙りなさい。
She glares at me before she resumes flipping through the driving licenses. Looks like the police in this era ride in those metallic skinned vehicles and will arrive very quickly if anything happens. We need to be extra careful from now on and stay out of trouble.
よく言うわ。私はあんたと違ってバカじゃないの。
I'm just worried that you may lose control of yourself. The waitress serves several glasses of water, which quenches my thirst after I finish everything on the table. It feels satisfying to have such things that I never had before. Yella suddenly asks a question.
ウックさんって人があんたの名付け親なのよね。どんな人なの？
Why are you asking this question all of a sudden?
気になっただけよ。悪い？
He was like a father to me. He was an easygoing but strict man. His culinary skills were impressive, yet he would often quarrel with his customers.
なんか性格悪そうじゃない。どうして父親になってくれたの？
Actually, he was very nice. Although I had lived in this former small town when I was a child, I wasn't born here. I was born in the old continent, but I never saw my natural parents. I stayed in an orphanage from the time I could learn about things. Mr. Cook adopted me after that, so he became my father and brought me to this new continent.
へー旧大陸で生まれて新大陸で育ったってわけね。
That's because the old continent would often have wars for many years. Mr. Cook's wife and daughter had already died. My natural parents probably had a similar fate as well. Later, they said the new continent on the other side of the ocean had a sanctuary of light filled with hope. So Mr. Cook brought me here.
そうね。当時人間たちは旧大陸を混乱に陥れ、そしてついに新天地を見つけた。
Mr. Cook heard that a person would go to the sanctuary of light after they died, so he thought his wife and daughter would be at the new continent. Hence, he decided to cross the ocean and settle in the place closest to them.
それでやってきたはいいけど、ここも光の浄土ではなかったということね。希望に満ちた聖域だなんて、人を騙すための看板に過ぎないわ。そして
Who could have foreseen that? At first, we had thought of leading a peaceful, settled life. Yet the good times didn't last long, and a new war broke out not long afterwards. I shrugged and smiled bitterly. What about you? My story is very short, but I remember you came from a more distant place, right? Your story should be very long.
私は人の世に生きるヴァンパイア。長く生きられるけど堂々と過ごせるのはほんの数日だわ。残りは闇に隠れて生きるだけ。
At least you could dig an entire vault to store your treasures. God knows how many lifetimes I would need to accumulate that amount of wealth.
もういいでしょ。過ぎたことよ。一日中走り回ってあんたも疲れたでしょ。休みましょう。
Okay. I'm going to take a nap. I stressed myself upon hearing her reminder. Indeed, fatigue will take over after a full meal.
ここは24時間営業だから、とにかく寝なさい。
Good night. Yella didn't answer me. When I look at her, she's looking out the window, and I can't figure out what she's thinking. My head feels heavier. I use both hands as a pillow and slowly drift off to sleep after resting my head on the table. The next morning, we were woken up by all that noise from the restaurant staff handling the furniture and eating utensils softly. Upon looking around, I noticed that waitress from last night is gone. A burly man is in her place instead. Did he stare at us just now? Yella covers her mouth and yawns.
カジノでチップを買わなかったら同じような目で見られるでしょ。
It can't be helped. Let's go.
そうしましょう。
Ow! I can't feel anything on my arm. My arm suddenly feels numb when I stand up.
バカね。椅子に横になって寝ればよかったのに。
How come I didn't think of it?
ボケっとしてないで寝るわよ。
Since Yella is urging me to leave, I shake my arm a few times and step out of the restaurant to create a new day. My whole body is aching.
そうね。こんな生活は続けられないわ。
Yes, I will fall apart at this rate. I nod in agreement and point at my aching limbs and back. The pain will probably kill me if we have to spend every night in this way. And we'll smell so bad, even the dogs may despise us if we continue like this. Yella didn't argue with me. She seems to have recognized the fact that she has a strong body odor on herself as well.
少し前まで広くふかふかのベッドで寝てたのに。
Don't vampires sleep in coffins?
時代遅れの年寄りヴァンパイアは格式を重んじてそんなことをするみたいだけど、私は違うわ。
Really? We chat along the way until Yella stops in her tracks when we pass a 5-story apartment.
賃貸アパート。寝室、リビング、浴室、家具、家電付き。バッグ一つで入居可能。月々1500円。
Yeah, but it's 1,500. She's attracted by an advertisement signboard in front of an apartment. What?
1500元ってことは1日で計算すると50元よ。宿に泊まりよりずっと安いわ。
Yeah, it's only $50 a day. We don't have that amount of money.
それはそうだけど。
I count our money and we only have 70 left. What should we do then?
お金よね。
Yella frowns, shuts her eyes, and begins to mumble. We can't possibly rob others all the time. Yella suddenly opens her eyes as if she's hit upon a bright idea before I can finish.
奪う？それだわ。お金を奪えばいいのよね。それなら得意よ。いけないやつはどうやって
She's really gonna do it. Oh, wait! Look around you. Did you notice a police car with those wailing noises would pass us every few minutes? Do you think they will allow you to rob anyone as you please?
バカね。警察の前で動くわけないじゃない。一人でいるやつを狙うのよ。
No. Aren't you a vampire with your principles?
じゃあ一人でいる悪いやつを探しましょう。
Yeah, you're right. They're the same. Hang on. I'm gonna quick save. Thank you. Let's look at the flow chart. Same trouble, different day. Plans are. Okay, I think this chapter is about to end, so let's continue a little bit. What's this review? It's what happened after. It's a note of every conversation. Criminals?
それに警察が一人二人来たところで私の敵じゃないわ。まとめて片付ければいいのよ。
It feels as if we've strayed off topic. No, that's not important. The main thing is we can only gain so much if we go around robbing others at will. And we're just throwing too much attention on ourselves. You said you could deal with a few policemen, but they might take notice if we keep committing crimes. If that happens, we will have more than just a few problems in our hands.
だからさっきは遠慮して言っただけ。警察もただの人間だもの。100人来たって同じよ。あんたも昨日見たでしょ。
That's because our opponents were prepared. Based on the serious weapons they have now, 10 of them will be quite tough for you, let alone 100.
臆病者が私に指図しないで。役に立つことを言わないなら黙ってなさい。
I'm not a coward, but I'm not really in a hurry to die either. Yella waves her hand condescendingly and motions for me to be quiet. Here's what I think. If we really want to rob someone, the first thing we should do is to avoid any confrontation with the police.
当たり前でしょ。役に立つことを言いなさいってば。
And we should rob a rich one, not a random passerby. Think about it. People normally carry limited amounts of money with them, and that god only had a few $10 notes the other time. Yella simply nods and isn't raising any objections, so I lick my lips and continue with my explanation. However, people need to buy things at shops and make their payments there, so those places should have far more money stored inside than any person you see on the street.
いいわ。さすがは私のしもべね。肝が座ってるわ。調子者のあんたが心配で大きな目標にはしなかったんだけど。
We're gonna
あん
rob
たがそう言うなら、
something.
もうさっきとついてないお店を探しましょう。
Now, don't forget the police. We need to avoid them.
店を襲うなんて派手なことして、どうやって警察を避けるのよ。
Of course, we can do it in the city since the police are on patrol everywhere. But we passed a random suburb on our way here from the estate. I remember we didn't see anyone in uniform, let alone a police car there.
お
Right, we're now certain that our target is a store in the suburbs when we deduce along those lines. We'll not only avoid the police, but we can also gain a lot of money in one robbery.
あんた。
Yella is staring at me quietly. What?
一晩でこんなに賢くなるなんて。あんた、本当にあの間抜けなしもべ？
What do you mean? I've always been this way and never changed at all.
ちょっと褒めたらすぐいい気になって。悪くない案だけど、口より行動の方が大事よ。
Alright, let's go then. Okay, we complete chapter 3 with a plan for a robbery. Okay, so for now I'm gonna quick save. Look at the flowchart. I wonder if this path is gonna go at the same end, or are we gonna go at a different branch, huh? This one doesn't say a branch. This one also doesn't say a branch. This one has a branch A on it. So maybe this is the first time we're seeing a branching plot. Huh? And this is so long. Holy crap, what the hell? We're facing a lot of options here. How come this one doesn't have any other questions, huh? Any other options like choosing these options, dialogue options? This one also stopped here. Is this a game over, huh? Where are we going? Over here is a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna return to home. Okay, so that's it for my stream tonight. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys like what you see. If you do, don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna see you in the next stream. Mata ne!